Welcome to Artist Spotlight. I'm Liv.
And I'm Maisie.
And today we'll be talking a little bit about the no phone policy and how that might be becoming a little bit more mainstream. In Leeds recently, there's going to be a new club opening in September called Mint XL, and that is going to have a strict no phone policy. And they also have another venue that's been going for a while, which is just Mint Warehouse, and they recently adapted the same policy in last September. And I just want to speak a little bit about it, whether people agree with it or people disagree with it, because I know it's stemmed a lot of conversation in social media. And I think a lot of it is started from Berghain and how in 2014 it originally was like a no phone thing. It always has been, but in 2014 it was like the stickers over the phone, which a lot of clubs, even like places in Ibiza now, are starting to doing it. And yeah, I think we should speak about it. And I think social media plays a huge role in it as well. And whether not just the fans, whether they want it, but also the DJs, what they think about it and how it changes or how it creates the atmosphere.
But I wonder how they actually enforce it once the sticker's on the phone.
Yeah, so I've been to not Mint XL, Mint Warehouse recently, where since they've adapted the policy, and they'll put stickers over your phone when you're queuing to get in, and like, so my friend was recording when she weren't supposed to be, and like the security will literally come over to you, and she basically shouted at her and was like, "Put your phone down, otherwise you're getting kicked out." So obviously Mint Warehouse is quite a small venue, so it's easy to do that. But in bigger venues, I'm not really sure how they actually do it.
Yeah, and in Berghain, like how they enforce it, because I'm pretty sure there's quite a lot of different rooms.
Yeah, but I feel like because that's been a thing from the beginning and it's just always been that way, I think people respect it a lot more, as that's just how it's always been, and it's got this huge reputation of like this mysterious side of it. And I think people do find that exciting and people want to keep it that way. But then I think with new clubs doing it and people our age and our generation just wanting to record all the time, I think though it's like a different generation compared to the type of people that go to Berghain. And the whole reason that they do it in Berghain is it's more of a like LGBT community type of thing, and it's all about freedom of expression. And I think because everyone in there actually just wants to enjoy themselves and they don't want to be recorded and have that fear of being put on social media, it's a bit different in comparison to a new club opening in Leeds and they're trying to do the same thing, I feel like.
Yeah, it does make you wonder. Obviously, now they're doing stickers over phones. I wonder if that will progress in the future to more extreme measures,
Yeah.
like taking away the phones. Or I know when I was in Thailand, I went to a club and they take your phones off you, and they took the batteries out of my camera, so you can't use anything.
That's quite a lot, I feel like. I think I'm not sure which way I'm leaning more towards with the no phone policy, because I do enjoy having a little video to like for memories and stuff. But completely taking your phone away, I feel like is a safety issue, if anything.
You'd hope that, I guess, security are there, but I don't know, especially if you're going in a group of girls, that you want to contact the girls and make sure they're okay, or if you lose one of your friends, you can contact them. So it's kind of two sides to the coin.
Yeah, because especially if you're like, especially like you say, if you're in Thailand, you're in a completely different country, and maybe there's different rooms in the venue, you all want to split up because you want to see different people or something like that, then you just can't meet up because you have no way of contacting each other, or one person has gone off by themselves. I feel like it is a bit of a safety issue rather than a positive thing.
Yeah, and it does. I know it sounds silly, and if you go to a reputable place, it should be okay. But also, I don't know, especially our generation, there's so much on our phones. Someone taking your phone is a lot of, I don't know, trust in them, not only like to get it back, but to get the right one
Yeah.
back because phones all look the same.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
So,
not sure how that works out. But I know Phoebe Bridgers is starting her tour, it's already started, and she's trying to do the same policy, but hers is not just like a stick it over your phone, it's like you have to put it in a bag. But it'll still be on you, but it has to be in a bag.
but how is the bag like locked?
No, it's literally just like a plastic bag that you've got to like put your phone in.
But how do they enforce that you're actually keeping it in the bag?
I'm not too sure. It's quite a yeah. People are. I feel like people are always gonna find a way around it, unless, like you say, you literally get your phone took off you. But
Yeah. I know there's schools, they're in, I can't remember what school it was and whereabouts it was. It was in the UK somewhere. And they were talking about like kids allowed phones during school hours and whether they should or shouldn't be. And they've set up this thing where they get locked away, and how they unlock these bags where their phones are kept, they can only do at the end of the day. Like it's only accessible at the end of the day. So I wonder if like maybe they'd make something like that.
yeah, I feel like it depends on the environment that you're in, because obviously you're in school, it's completely different, and you know you're safe and nothing can happen. But when you're surrounded by people who are under the influence, and I feel like it's
Mm.
maybe puts yourself in a bit of a dangerous situation.
Yeah, it's kind of the ethics behind it as well, isn't it?
Yeah, but yeah, so we're gonna do a little game where I'm gonna read out some statements, and then me and Maisie are gonna decide whether we completely agree with it being number 10 or we don't agree with it at all being number 1. So the first one is no phone events are the future.
6.
Yeah, I think 5. I think I'm completely in the middle with it.
Yeah, because I think I do understand why it is the future. It brings the events back to the events and not so much social media. But at the same time, will it deter people from going?
Yeah, yeah, because I don't know. Have you been to a no phone event before?
Only in Thailand.
Yeah, but like, do you think it would put you off if there was a DJ you really wanted to see, but then you found out it was no phone event? Would you still go, or would it put you off a bit?
Yeah, I do think photos and videos are a source of memories.
Yeah,
And but then that doesn't mean to say that you should be videoing the whole time, but you can't really tell someone, oh, you can only video for these 5 minutes, so it's a
yeah,
tricky conversation like to have.
yeah. I think there has to be some sort of balance, but then it's hard to actually get that balance, because you've got to make the people who are paying for the events happy. You've got to make the people who are performing happy, because at the same time they probably want people to not be staring at a screen the whole time they're playing. But then again, like you say, people want memories. So I don't know if all places will implement that just because they want to make everyone happy, and I don't think doing that will.
No. And people are paying to see them, so how can you tell people that are paying, oh no, you can't have a picture, you can't film?
Yeah,
So I think it's a tricky one.
yeah, I agree. Um, People care more about the content than the music.
I'd say like 7.
Yeah, it. This is just really like individual, though, isn't it? Like I agree with you, but I feel like it's individual because I don't know. Like my friend, she records the whole set, like she really does. But it's not like she's not there for the music. She's still there for the music, but it's just like, oh, I want to get my friends dancing, or this is a really good song, I'm going to record it. It's not necessarily her not being there for the music and wanting to just post everything. It's just like, I want these videos for myself type of thing.
Yeah, I think it's hard because I think a lot of these artists originate from social media and they get their platforms from social media, and that isn't just from them posting, it's from other people posting.
Yeah.
So without it, how are they getting the audience? So if we stopped it, like that's going to stop, I don't know, different genres and different musicians like finding their feet and gaining a platform. But then to what extent should people be videoing? Um, but I do think people, it's like when people go on holiday and stuff and they do it to post loads of photos. It depends on the person, I guess, to what reasons they're going.
Yeah. I feel like it's a big talk with Ibiza as well, because it does feel like a lot of people just want to go Ibiza to say they've been to Ibiza and to show people that they've been there, and it's not necessarily because they even want to a lot of the times.
Yeah, it's just following trends, isn't it?
Yeah. Social media has improved club culture.
I'd actually say like a 7
Yeah.
because if we're talking about like mainstream clubbing, I think yes, for safety reasons, massively. Like even just contacting, the police or like an ambulance or something if something happens, contacting friends if they get lost, or if you're lost, contacting someone to, I don't know, find your friends. Um, Also, I think social media, again, with the whole music thing, is allowing different artists to be seen and showing is a way to a metric to, I don't know, measure like what music is most popular, so it's not the same old music or the same artist. So I think it does help for mainstream clubbing, yeah.
Yeah. I would say like a 6, because I feel like it's the same as the last one. Like, at the same time, people are using social media too much to try and prove to other people that they're having a good time and here's what I'm doing, and bit of a like show off type of thing. But then at the same time, it's almost like free marketing for artists, and it does help upcoming artists gain like recognition. So yeah, I do agree in a sense.
Yeah, it's a hard one. And I guess it's kind of good how there are artists that don't have the no phone policy, and then there are artists that do have the no phone policy. And as we've just spoken about, it's up to the individual whether they'd want to film and the reasons for filming. So I guess people have a choice.
Yeah. I also do just think like it really does change the atmosphere and potentially even make the set better, because the artist is going to feel connected to the audience more if they can see that the audience is having a good time and they're dancing and talking to each other rather than just having their phones in the air, and like all the DJs can see is a million phones rather than everyone's faces like enjoying themselves. And I think maybe they would have a better set if they can, like, they're bouncing off of the energy that the crowd is giving to them.
Yeah,
Berghain would be less famous if phones were allowed.
10.
I agree.
Yeah.
I feel like that is just the main thing about the club. Like, that is what their reputation is all about. And because people, if you've not been there, you literally don't really know anything about it other than what people have said on social media, but you can't see it anything. You don't really know anything until you've been there. And I think people enjoy that mystery about it.
Yeah, I think the secrecy of Berghain and the mystery around it like allures people to going into the club and wanting to go see it. I don't know, as a kid there used to be this game online and it was like getting into Berghain,
Yeah.
and you'd have to be there and there would be the bouncer because obviously it's very like exclusive and selective who they let in, and you'd be let in or you wouldn't be let in. But I think that's the whole thing, the exclusivity of it and the secrecy. You don't know what to expect. You don't know, not anyone can just go. And you think, if you thought about a normal club and you were like, they're not letting people that wear this go in or so and so go in, you'd be like, who do they think they are? But this is a one club where it's just like that, and it's kind of celebrated, and everyone wants to go because it's so exclusive.
Yeah.
It's, I guess another thing about it is it's not about money or anything, it's about you.
Yeah. I think it is just about community and letting people be free and enjoy themselves, because sometimes when I'm out and like people are recording, because you see so many people on TikTok, like people will just be dancing, they have no idea that they're being recorded, and now they're up on social media with 1 million views with like people taking the mick out of them or whatever. Like sometimes I'll be out and I'm thinking, oh my god, like imagine if someone's recording me and I'm gonna be on social media when I get home. Like people enjoy not having that fear, and they can just genuinely dance how they want and like be who they want to be. I think that is the good thing about it.
Yeah, I never really thought about it like that, but I think that's quite like a clever perspective, and it's quite interesting.
Yeah. And then the last one, if you're filming, you're not really experiencing the moment.
5.
Yeah.
I think it's like in certain situations, yes, you are.
Yeah, I mean, I always think about my friends when I think about this stuff, because I don't record anything because I know my friend is stood right next to me recording everything. So I'm like, well, I may as well just watch the DJ or whatever we're watching. But at the same time, I know that she's like, when she's recording, it's not, oh, I'm staring at my phone and making sure I've got the best video. It's like, oh, I just want a video of this song. So put my phone up, but I'm still, dancing with my friends and stuff. My phone's just in the air. So it is kind of just like, you could be having your phone up in the air and not really taking it in, but at the same time you could be.
Yeah, I mean, when I go to concerts, I usually take like 1 or 2 videos, and they're not very long. They're probably like 30 seconds long. And
Yeah.
generally, what I do with those videos is send them to my parents and go, "Oh, I saw so and so. Like, what do you think?" Because my dad's like a massive concert lover, and I just want to share it. And if we can get a nice photo of all of us together, that's it. I'm not talking like scroll and scroll thousands of photos. Just something nice to remember it.
Yeah. I think it is different if you've literally got your phone up for the entire set, or if you're just taking a couple of videos here and there. But when I get home, like when I got home from Forbidden, and I'm a bit like, oh, I wish I was still there. Like I look back on all my videos all the time. Like it's one of my favorite things to do. So I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, as long as, but I also do think it does change the atmosphere sometimes. Because I know when I went to see you at Vicar at Warehouse Projects, that was no phone event, and I was a bit worried, just because I know it sounds a bit bad and stereotypical, but a lot of house raves that I go to, the crowds just aren't good, and it's like everyone's recording everything. Like that's just how I've found house events to be. So I was like, oh, I love you at Vicar, but I feel like the crowd's not going to be good and it's going to ruin it a little bit. But I think because it was no phone event, everyone, like the crowd was just so good and everyone was having a good time. So I do think it does change the atmosphere.
Yeah, I'd be interested to go to a proper rave or like concert with no phones allowed and see how it changes the dynamic, and maybe how the performer is, because like I was at a concert and it was like quite a small intimate concert, and the guy was still quite big, and someone was like, oh, can you do my B-reel, and he off the stage he did the B-reel and stuff like that. Moments like that you wouldn't get, and it's just kind of, I always like think of that. I was like, oh, that must be crazy if you're that person and you got their B-reel, you know? But it's like, I guess, abusing the power of having a phone and affecting others with it, and just being responsible and just have some decency, everyone else is there to enjoy it, and also how much you're actually enjoying it if you're just watching it through your screen.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, anyway, we're going to go on to our skip and save section, where I have picked 3 songs for Liv to choose whether she's going to skip or save. So on the talks of social media, I have picked 3 songs that I think if you heard, you would know. They are viral at the minute. You see them on TikTok, Instagram. They seem to be everywhere. So the first song is Go by the Chemical Brothers, which I've just seen all over my For You page. And on top of that, I'm pretty sure Tommy Fury, when he came out on the boxing and announced, is it what's their baby's name?
Midas?
Yeah, announced his name. He came out to this song. So what do you think about Go by the Chemical Brothers?
I would save this song. I really like this song. But the only thing is, I do think when things trend on TikTok, it really puts me off of them. But I genuinely really like this song, and I know my dad loves the Chemical Brothers, and I've heard of these before, and yeah, I love that song. I would save it.
I think the movie has just made it kind of iconic, and now whenever
Yeah,
it plays, I just think of like someone running and trying to get away.
yeah.
And then second one for skip or save, Free Your Mind by Prosper. I've seen this play in clubs as well as on TikTok. So what do you think?
I love this song. I would save. I feel like sometimes when I go to a festival, there's like a really big trending song, and that song will be played at every single set at the festival. And that was the one when I went to Forbidden. But I just didn't get sick of it. I just love it. I just think I love it. I would save it.
And then lastly, Dance by Slater, which has been all over TikTok. But I'm surprised because usually I feel that songs like that have about 5 minutes of fame and then they stop. But I actually think it's still going quite strong at the minute.
Yeah, that's still coming up on my For You page, and it's been around for a while, but I honestly hate it. Like, I really hate it. I think I even just the trend even that goes with the song, but they're just a horrible mix. I don't like it.
You know what? I actually think the trend's the only good thing about it. The actual song
Really?
isn't very good. It's just kind of the beat at the beginning that's quite funny. But apart from that, that's it.
I really don't like it.
No.
Yeah.
And it's funny the influence that TikTok has on music. And
Yeah.
what was it that didn't loads of songs get taken off of TikTok like maybe a year ago or so because of like the signing of music rights and stuff, and then TikTok didn't have it, and then loads of artists were saying like, oh, we're gonna lose like so much revenue, and like because the audience is just gonna go because their main source of the audience comes from TikTok.
Yeah, because like I'll go and try to use a sound sometimes that like, oh, you don't have rights to this. But yeah, I think that is because so many people are using it, and when it gets trending so big, that is such a large profit for the artists. So yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just wild the impact social media is having, like from an audience's perspective as well as an artist's perspective, and like whether that's going to the detriment of either of those, or maybe it's just kind of forming a new way of music existing. Well, thank you so much for watching, and we will be back next week with another episode for the podcast.